morning, sunshine. Good morning, sunshine.
Yeah, I'm happy to do baby rice actually, to be quite honest.
Rather than rice cakes, yeah.
Rice cakes are easier like tomorrow, aren't they? But like,
Well, I've gone baby rice there as well.
do baby rice.
Because
keep
the
it.
other thing is,
as well.
if I've not used them this week, I'd rather not.
There we go. Yeah. Baby rice. I want to nap today.
You want that?
I want to nap today.
You need to nap today.
It's just finding a gap, isn't it?
Well, probably after meal one.
I just see a tight waist, which is the thing.
It's
So-
so good for me because at the Olympia, you didn't have that normal you under.
Ah.
You know what I mean?
I think the thing was, you know, as soon as I stepped off stage, I was like this. Like in the evening when we went out. So I think that was the start of, you know, the illness thing.
Yeah. Who was talking to? Rhea. She was like, was she a little bit nervous? Because it's not that I was nervous when I went. But I wasn't chilled. But I'm normally very chilled. And I think it's just a lot, isn't it? That first time you do it in a good way.
Yeah.
This is me and my little bowl of oats. I will always eat meals. That's not took away from any of my clients. You've got to make sure that you are on the money. This will make me focus. Plus, you know, hashtag bodybuilding food focus. Hello.
Hey.
I thought that it was here. Just step a little bit further forward. A little bit further back. Yeah, perfect. Your legs are on, aren't they? Bloody Nora. Yeah, I'm really happy. Okay, let's turn. How did your meal one sit? Okay? Yeah. Beautiful. And let's turn. Keep them hips lifted as you do. Beautiful. That's really nice. Okay, and let's turn. Perfect. You get leaner and harder as you pose.
He's always said that.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, when you come back out, normally second time round.
I feel like I need to do a few rounds.
You need to do
Backstage.
backstage. Yeah, you need to do some posing backstage, and you also need to do a little bit more pumping, likely than what we did when we were in Germany, because your glutes are flickering. That is no family.
That's reassuring.
Because that's always the area. So if that's in, everything's in. You need a bit more food today.
All of the normal foods that I've been having, we've
You've got honey.
Yes.
Have you got raisins?
Yeah.
We're just going to use more stuff like that because it's going to sit nicely. We need to keep your tongue tight. But we do need to shuttle a little bit more carbs into one's body. Here we go. Go and see Kerry and then drop Steph off. When if Steph's closer to Kerry, she's on stage at 2:30.
I know I was expecting more than 11 in figure, to be fair, but there wasn't.
No, it's the end of season, isn't it?
Yeah.
The girls that were in your class, those were big girls.
Were they?
I know.
Massive, like pro standard.
Three of
muscle.
them were really big. I was like, oh my god.
It's nice though, you know, when you can be against that. Yeah, they look nice. We're just as sharp as this morning, just a little bit fuller through your delts and through your glute. Just got to be careful not to pop the quads. Yeah, so there. Really like it. The glutes have never looked like this. It's crazy. So we've just been to watch Steph, and she's done her prejudging. We knew that Steph needs some more muscle, but coming and doing a competition like this allows for you to be able to see the standard of athlete that you would be against, especially in the pro standard, you tend to find that the Wings of Strength shows are very high standard shows because the girls want to go into that pro qualifier. They want to be able to win their pro class so they can compete in the pro show, which is always stacked at Wings of Strength. So Steph looked great. She was shredded for the amount of muscle that she's got. There was literally no fat on her body for what needed to come off. Beautiful shape. She just needs more density and more density everywhere, but her look is figure, so I'm really happy with her showing today. Probably looking at like a 3rd or 4th, but it was the best space of the day, which is always a great space to be, and it always sets the tone for what you need to improve upon and the motivation that you need. And she was very happy with the look as well today, so very happy. She's always been a very nervous girl, and for her to come all the way to Romania on herself, compete, is just phenomenal. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to still stay in coach mode because that's what this weekend is all about, and we're going to do a group session here at the gym in Bucharest called Downtown Fitness. I have my client Andrea, who is also here to do a little session with me. She is from Romania, not quite in Bucharest, in one of the little villages away from it. Today we are going to go through a lower body session, go through some little bits and tricks and traps and things like that, and so that she can take some things away, pop into her training and get after it. I'm doing a very low volume session because we had a very late night last night. Definitely don't feel like we could have a very intense session, but I also want to train. So it's going to be nice to be able to get in, get after it. We'll go through some little bits, tips and tricks, and we'll get a little bit of an outline of essentially what we do as a coach.
Yeah.
Right, here. So hold the handles a little bit tight. Make sure the hips stay on the bench. Almost feel like the hips are back and then extend the legs. That's it. Can you see how your knees rotating forward and backwards?
Yeah.
Fight for it not to happen. Is that hard on your quads?
Yeah.
There you go. If you are doing unilateral machines, they're built for that reason, and especially, as a small person, which me and Andrea are, we're females, a lot of unilateral machines, especially leg machines, when you try and do them, especially for like a leg extension, if you're dual leg, you want to keep your joints stacked, so hips, knees to toes totally aligned. If you've got a unilateral leg extension, all the time they're very wide, so your legs end up being like this rather than like this, meaning that you're no longer stacked. Makes your knees roll in and out, which you want to try and fight not to happen anyway. But if you can think about keeping the knee neutral by doing it single leg, shuffling your hips over to one side, it'll really help. It's the same for if you're doing a row. A lot of rows end up going like this, whereas if you can just adjust yourself over, do it single arm so that the elbow can come in, you'll just use the muscle that you're trying to rather than anything that you know. Come on. There you go.
And you're pushing your legs here, so it's firm, and then you're pushing, and you squeeze your glutes.
It's like the hybrid
Yeah,
session.
I want you to compliment you because your forearms are so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you're going like this. And you need to keep it like 3 to 4 seconds, squeeze. And then you go down, yeah.
I don't really know what it's called. It's a booty builder. Essentially, it's like a glute ham raise, but like a 45-degree hyper. More like a glute ham raise. If you were to keep your legs bent, it's really nice. You don't actually get a lot of erect loading, even though you probably think it with where the pad is. And at home, I do a glute activation on the glute ham raise, where I have the band around my back, and that's essentially what it is, but loaded. That is phenomenal. I really like it. So we're going to do a couple of sets on here. We were going to do some hamstring curls and leg press, like a standard session, but it's just so busy in there that it's just not worth it. So as there's only literally 3 girls in here, might as well just use full luxury of pretty much the entire range of all the booty builder little lifts that you could possibly do. Here I'm trying to think, keep my pelvis slightly tucked, keep my upper back slightly rounded, just so that the glutes can work really nicely. Obviously there's no risk really of using a lot of hamstring because the legs are so bent. It's so good, literally thinking thrust in, squeeze, and then come back down nice and slow and steady. It's lovely.
Everybody's asking you, are you switching to wellness?
I think if I did, I think that I'd make all the wellness skills laugh if I tried to do wellness. So, no, but it's a vision. I want to create that, but I'm not genetically that way inclined, and I'm okay with that. Make sure you pause right off, pause, drag. That's better. Slow. Pause. Aggressive. Nice. So next little exercise, we're going to do hamstring curls. I'm just basically going through a few different lifts so that Andrea can get some lovely little tips and tricks from me and get put through some steps, which is always nice. Because it's so busy, it's very hard to do like a normal session. But here on hamstring curl, all I'm thinking is core tight, chin in, spine neutral, dragging the heels over, keeping the hips into the pad. Will the hips move a little bit? Yeah. But do they move excessively? No. And if you can see here with Andrea, even though the machine, because it's a hoist and it moves, her hips still aren't lifting because she's thinking drag the heels up towards the ceiling and then over, rather than just flicking over. Is that core tight? Good. Take it all from here. Let's go. Good. Right. Come on. All the way. Come on. Okay. You see how it was very hard for it on the way over on that last rep? And then her hips started to lift a little. Yes, you could have likely got one more rep and that would have been just true failure. When things start to break a little and things start to get slow, you don't want to be keeping on fighting for more because you're no longer using the muscle that you're trying to work. Yes, you want it hard, yes, you want it slow, yes, you want to grind it, but not to the point where it's no longer keeping the tension into the muscle you're trying to keep it onto, which for this one is the hamstring. A common mistake that I see for a lot of, well, not just females, but anybody that does a hip thrust, they do it quite slowly on the way up. And if you're really slow on the way up, you can't quite get your hips all the way through. You can't get your hips all the way through and squeeze. You're not getting as much out of the lift as you possibly can. Very slow and steady. I'm not saying that you're not going to work your glutes, but you're not getting the whole out of the lift that you possibly can. Drive them through, squeeze them hard with that weight pushing against your hips, and then come back down. Like, you don't get a lot of lifts. I think that would be the only one that you do, that you can get the weight of the bar, whatever it is that's on the machine, at that part of where your glutes are contracted. So make the most of it. Aggressively drive through, then slow on the way down, and you'll get so much out of the lift. You'll build strength, you'll build more glutes. Yes, I don't have the best glutes, but if you look back to them 3 years ago, it had nothing. It basically was inverted. So do them well, do them aggressive, build some strength, and you build the bottom. You've got way too much love to do. Yes, we need to build a lot of size, for sure. But the insertions, I'm sorry, they're bigger.
You're reading my dream.
I'm so sorry. Yes, you know, you are petite still, and there's muscle to build to be able to do a competition. But that's where you insert.
Yeah.
And a lot of wellness skills, like you'll find their insertions are very high, they're quite narrow, even though they can build well,
Yeah,
they're still very narrow, and you're not narrow.
into like
The middle.
and then more like in if you can.
Like
In towards my
like that. How long did you play football for?
Maybe like 7 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Wonderful.
Instant relief.
So it is morning time, Sunday. That means it is the pro show today. I had Steph competing yesterday, as you will have seen just before on some of the stage shots. She did so well. 3rd place in a pro qualifier is like phenomenal, especially when, you know, it's not a small class, especially when it's the Romanian Muscle Fest. Lots of great competitors from Europe come here because the Wings of Strength are so well respected, much like Emilio Martinez shows in Spain. So if you do those types of pro qualifiers, expect that the standard's going to be fantastic. You also have a pro show connected to yesterday's show that has figure in it, which is always going to tempt very good female bodybuilders to come because they want the chance to stand next to other professionals, especially today's lineup in figure, because you've got 4 Olympians in there, one of them that actually came 4th at the Olympia this year. So it was a really good standard show. Steph looked phenomenal. She needs more mass, 100%, but that comes with time, and I know that coming from bikini to figure, doing my first couple of seasons, showing like I can get in shape. That's great, Meg, but you need to build the size when it comes to figure. We want to make sure that we keep her femininity, we want to make sure that we keep her beautiful shape, which means that it is just going to take time. And Steph is under no illusion. She's done the natural thing for a very long time, in that she understands the process of needing to take time. And I think that sometimes that gets lost with competitors, that time is what's going to bring a better physique, not other things, and we'll not delve into that too much because that's not what this video is about. But she looked absolutely amazing. She is someone that's come from sport previously. She's done well. You're always going to feel disheartened if you don't have a gold medal in your hand, and as a coach it's really important that you make them realise, not to blow smoke in any way, but to make them realise the progress that they've made and the actual achievement that they've just done, because that was no strange, like, mean feat coming 3rd in a lineup like that. The girl who won her class went on to win the overall. My personal opinion, she'll probably do pretty well in the pro show today as well. She has good density, she has beautiful shape, so it was nice to see. And on reflection, obviously I speak to my clients quite regularly, Steph feels good today. So we're happy. She's had a little bit of food in her belly and she's ready to get stuck into her off season and build her size. But she's honestly such a pleasure to work with. She works so hard, does everything needed, communicates when she's feeling good or bad, and that's all you'd ever need from a client to make sure that you can get that process. And it's so nice because she literally started bodybuilding when I started coaching her. So to be able to help her now climb up the ranks from the very bottom, oh, that's such a pleasure. So really enjoyed yesterday. Today we have the professionals, and we've got Loz in figure. She's looking tremendous, definitely the best here. Probably getting in her own head from literally what I just mentioned about the fact that the figure lineup is massive. So it's going to be awesome to be able to see the look on stage compared to 6 weeks ago when she got on stage in Germany. She's much tighter right now, much leaner, oversat over time. Yes, she needs a little bit more size, but the look today is the best that she's ever brought. And she's had a bit of stress this week, the fact that she's really taken that in her stride and created the look that is of today. We've managed that really well, so I'm excited for her. And then we've also got Kerry, who she's listening, but you know, this is actually the best look of the season in a morning look that she's had. She's not looked at her pictures yet, so obviously she doesn't know that, and she probably won't look at them and overanalyze them anyway because it's show day. But this is the best look that she's had this season. Nice and chilled, doesn't feel like it's show day, just how you want it. Nice and prepared. We've done many shows, not just this season but before. We know what look works well for Kerry. We know the type of peak, the type of mindset, how I need to be as a coach for her to feel the best that she can in terms of chilled. Will she feel maybe a little bit stressed, etc., as she gets closer to stage time? Or nervous is the word? Yeah, absolutely. It is competition day. If you don't feel nervous on your show day, I'd be a little bit worried because you should care enough to have some types of feelings like that. As much as I was chilled on my show days, still have that little bit of butterfly feeling, which if it gets lost, that's when probably you want to start tapering away. I'm going to get changed because I look like a mess. The next time I get changed, I might look a little bit more presentable, but today is not about me. Today is about the clients, so I need to make sure that I look kind of respectable for some nice pictures and get the day started. Oh, also, I am a coach. It has taken nothing away from my athletes, but they are all my meals ready to rock and roll, because good nutrition is what's going to allow for me to stay on the money to make sure that my clients bring their best as well. Bloody hell, you look great. I'd like to look like that in Germany, did it? Lovely. Present it nice and big. Good girl. Perfect. Glutes are all striated. Beautiful. Very nice. Yeah, I'm so happy. Look at them legs. They're stripped. Fucking hell. Look great. Nice. Yeah. Really awesome. Really happy.
You and me together, we could be anything, anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our figure division and our first group of females on stage.
That's that tail. Oh my. So, that is the Romania Muscle Fest. Pretty much done and dusted. Well, pretty much is done and dusted. We are currently in the airport, if you can't tell. Yesterday was great. Had two professionals on stage. Loz, first off, in figure. She came, well, I actually don't know where she's placed because they've not put it on the NPC news online just yet. But it's anywhere between kind of, from where she was stood on there, between 13th to 15th, which is really good in a 30 woman competition. Especially when you come to a standard of show like the Wings of Strength. The Romanian Muscle Fest is always like such a good standard. It's like the European Olympia, just not quite got all the athletes, but you get some very good athletes. I mean, in that competition, I think there was 4 Olympians. So that was a really good showing for Loz. She does need more size, and she knows that, and that will come with an off season. But like, her condition was on point, her presentation was far better. We've been drilling that. We've really improved a lot of things, her mindset, her routine, to make sure that everything with her bodybuilding can be successful. She's had a crazy busy year with her wedding and opening a gym and things like that. So she's managed all that alongside getting in shape and looking really good. Like, for her, in my opinion, she couldn't be any better for the level of muscularity that she currently has. So I was exceptionally happy with that one. We had Kerry in the afternoon, who she actually came into this being the defending Romania Muscle Fest champion for Bikini, and she looked great, like absolutely exceptional. I'm really happy with her showing from yesterday. It was definitely one of her better looks. There's definitely things within her physique that, if she is up against some top tier athletes, that we've got some refining to do to make sure that we can nail that. But I have every confidence that we can do that, because the changes that we've created in her physique since I started working with her have been exceptional. Her business, when it comes to coaching, is absolutely booming. Her overall confidence with day-to-day life, etc., it's just far improved. So I'm excited to keep on getting after it. She is going to do one more competition just to finish the season off, and she's going anyway, so we might as well just tie it in with a competition. We do have a few weeks until that though, meaning that she can have a little bit of downtime right now. We'll let her body just chill out a little bit before we get stuck into that competition to end the season. But that is the Romania Muscle Fest. It has been an exceptional one. Steph smashing it, Loz smashing it, Kerry smashing it. Getting close to the end of the season now, so I'm definitely ready for a little bit of sleep. Just kidding. I love what I do, but it's always nice when everybody can finish and then just move into Christmas and actually enjoy it with their families. I think it's really important, or just enjoy a little bit of downtime, because switch off time is super duper important. So if you like these videos, please like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed the little, what are we calling it, a movie? The L movie. We're going to be bringing more Meg movies to the channel, and much more content when it comes to behind the scenes stuff when it comes to coaching. You definitely see a lot of Meg the athlete, but potentially not Meg the coach, so it's going to be nice to be able to showcase that as well. So like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll be back again soon.